Hello, fifth graders. Welcome to day 2 of week 3 for our ELA lesson. Today, we are going to be focusing on looking at the main ideas and details of a text and how important it is to be able to find those. We are also going to do a review on figurative language, which we did not last week, but the week before. So it'll be a good review for us. But before we do that, here is your homework for today. You are going to reread 2 of the sections from our Think Central story today. I have those sections written out for you on our work plan. You're going to take the Think Central quiz. Remember to take your time and read the questions all the way through. And then you are going to do a figurative language assignment. The rereading assignment and the figurative language assignment are going to be on paper. So you're going to take a picture and submit it to your homeroom teacher. And the Think Central quiz is on Think Central. So for today, I'm going to work backwards a little bit. So before getting to the main idea and details, we are going to do a quick review on figurative language. Let's make sure you can see this. You don't see the roll. I will post a picture of this. All it says is figurative language. All right, so when we are talking about we are focusing on 3 types of figurative language. We are focusing on similes, metaphors, and personification. Simile compares something using the word like or as. So I remember that one because in my mind, simile kind of sounds like the word similar. And when I think of something being similar, I think of it being like or as something else. So that's how I remember what a simile is. Here are some examples of similes. His cheeks were like roses. Are we saying his cheeks are actually roses? No, we're saying that they're like roses. So he got a little blush. That bowl is as dry as a bone. Is the bowl actually a bone? No, we're saying that it's just as dry as a bone is. We're comparing the two, the dry bowl and a dry bone. We're saying they're similar. She is as busy as a bee. Are we saying she's actually a bee? No, we're comparing her busyness to the busyness of a bee and saying they're similar. All right. Metaphors. Metaphors also compare things, but they compare 2 unrelated things. So metaphors do not have anything in common. Similes are comparing 2 things, saying they're similar. Metaphors don't. An example, her voice was music to his ears. So we're saying her voice was like music. Are those 2 the same? No, but we're comparing them, saying that her voice was much like music is. That assignment was a breeze. Is the assignment actually a breeze? Is it, there's my assignment? No. So breezes are pretty easy. So this one means that assignment was pretty easy. We just kind of flew through it, like the breeze just kind of flows through. So see how those are comparing 2 completely different things? Similes compare 2 things to each other using like or as. Metaphors compare 2 completely different things, showing that they're similar. All right. Personification, this one's completely different. This is giving a thing a human attribute. All right, let's look at an example. Look at that car. She is a beauty. Are cars beautiful? Not really, but when you are using personification, they are. The wind whispered through the grass. Can wind whisper? So that would be giving it a human attribute. So I hope that this helps you remember what figurative language is. For your assignment today, you are going to create your own figurative language. You need to have 1 example for each type, and you're just going to write it out and submit it. It's pretty quick, so you only have to have 3 sentences, but they have to be 3 complete sentences with capital letter at the beginning and punctuation at the end. And remember to have in these keywords if we need them in there. All right, there is our figurative language review. Next, I am going to talk about main ideas and details. So when we are reading anything or watching anything, there's always a main idea of the section. So in our story this week, it actually was really nice because the text broke our story up into different sections. So instead of asking you to find the main idea of the whole story, I'm only going to ask you to find the main idea of 2 sections. Each section has its own idea. Like if I was writing a story about the best types of breakfast foods, I would have a section about biscuits and gravy and waffles and smoothies, like breakfast smoothies. Each of those sections would have their main idea. The biscuits and gravy section, it would be titled Biscuits and Gravy. That whole section would be about biscuits and gravy. There's my main idea. And then I would have all these details. To make biscuits and gravy, you need sausage of some kind. You also need some milk and some flour, and you need biscuits. Those could be details. So when you are rereading these sections, you are going to be looking for a few things, and you need to make note of a few things. So I'm gonna try and write this bigger than last time so you can see better. I will zoom in once I have it written. Maybe I'll just zoom. Alrighty. Let's see. So while you are reading, I am going to have you write down the main idea of the section. So if you're reading the section, the journey, what is the main idea of that section? You're also going to write down whether that main idea is stated or implied. So a stated main idea is when the author says in a sentence what the main idea is. An implied main idea is one that you kind of have to do a little bit of digging to find. So after you figure out what the main idea is, you're going to tell me, is it stated or implied? Did the author tell us this section is about their journey from point A to point B? Or do we have to figure out at the end of the section, pretty sure they were telling us about the journey. So you're going to tell us main idea, whether it was stated or implied, and how those details helped us get to the main idea. So when you are writing this, you could just do a little paragraph with complete sentences saying the main idea of the section journeys was bloop, 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 period. This main idea was stated or implied, period. Some important details in this section are bloop, 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 period, the end. So when you're doing your main idea assignment, this is all you have to do. You have to read that section and then tell me, what's the main point that the author's trying to tell me? Did he tell me just clear as a bell, or did I have to do a little hunting? And what are those important details that help me get to those main ideas? Because we can't really get to the main idea if we don't have the details for it. Alrighty, that is all I have for you today. So if you have any questions, please reach out to your homeroom teacher, and I will talk to you later. Have a good one.